Okay, good morning for everyone. I hope that you are excellent. So, today we're going to introduce in the second module that we're going to cover the third and fourth term from ninth grade, but for you, the 10th graders. So, in this module number two, in 3 units, we're going to try to dive into what is the 2D animation. So first, we're gonna review some things about the important facts about animation, and also we're gonna use in first steps our first software that we can use it. That is Pencil 2D. Yes, you have to install it, and also if you have the complete installation, we can continue developing some things like, for example, using the onion skin. How can we use this to develop the motion sensation? And with that, we can try to develop our simple character, and there we can try to do a simple animation at the end of the unit of this model, all about this to do simple animation using our character but with naturality if it's possible, right? So in the first unit, we're not gonna do this. It's important that you check the materials here. The first unit, we're gonna have all about animation, a brief story of animation, and also the Encyclopedia Britannica has to a complete timeline about animation. It's important that you watch it because with that we can understand what is the road that the animation has to cross to arrive at nowadays, right? Uh, Also, in support material, you will find the pencil to the org. That is the page that we are using to install everything. So the only thing that you have to do is to download here in accordance with your operating system. And once that you download it, you will have a folder, something like that. So you have to extract this zip file. Also you will have this folder, and here you will have the application. As you can watch, it's not necessary that you install something, right? Once that we install, we can start to work with here. Okay, so if you want to have a brief introduction about the main tools, you can check this video. But anyway, this masterclass will be focused to this, right? Also, we're going to have a glossary about this, the things that we've seen, and also here you will have additional material about the principles in animation. But don't worry, we're gonna focus in this in the next sessions, but it's important that you have to keep in mind this, and also a top video about these principles but with more details. Nice. So once that we finish, we have to check the activities that I'm gonna leave you here and in Teams, right? So it's nice, it's time to start. Okay, so this is Pencil 2D. Pencil 2D is a software that we can use to do simple animations, drawing, and creating this sensation move, right? So it's very simple to use. It's free. It's open source. For that reason, you can download a free without problems, and we can start to use it. Okay, so we're going to talk about the sections. In this part, we have the tools in which we can find the recyclable bin. We have to watch it, the pencil that we're going to use to draw it, the eraser that we can use to erase the lines, and also if we have to choose something or a group of things, we can do it with this select tool. Also the move tool, if you want to move something, we can do it. A pen, if you want to draw with a pen, that is valid too. I prefer to use the pencil to start. Also, if we want to move the canva, remember that in the canva is the space in which we're gonna draw. We can use the hand tool. If you want to use a line or a figure that have a lot of lines, we can use this polyline tool. If we want to fill a figure that we did before, we can use this paint bucket, and also eyedropper if we want to add color from this stage. And here the brush if you want to do smooth details to your animation. And finally, here we have the smudge tool is to edit polyline curves and things with more details, right? So we can use this. As you can watch, we're gonna do a simple animation in which you can watch this, right? So here in display we are using this section to move our objects, and how do we want that we can watch this. And the onion skins, don't worry, we're gonna use the next section. The onion skins are devices that you can use to watch how will um, our animation will have the behavior between frames. Remember that the frames are the little photographs, the little portions of the animation that can occur in a space of time uh, in our animation, right? So here we can find the previous frames to the before the present, and the next that will occur after the actual frame, right? So we're gonna reason. I'm gonna put only three, only three. With that, we can watch only three. We can change the color. For example, I'm gonna activate these colors, yes, and with you we can watch that, right? So here also we have the timeline. This is the space in which we can modify the frames per second, and to divide the layers that we're gonna use. The layers are very useful. For example, if you want to add different things that can occur at the same time, you can put here. We're gonna work with layers to do a background, and the main we're gonna do to develop our main animation. Here you can go to the preview, jump to the start, jump to the end. Here you can play the animation, how many frames per second. Remember that in that case, if we have six frames per second, that in a second we're gonna run 6 frames or 6 portions of animation, right? So in my case, I'm gonna do per second, we're gonna put 6. I think that is nice. You can put more in the normal animation. We're gonna have more, maybe 24 frames per second, but we are starting. For that reason, we're gonna reduce this amount with six frames per second, right? So now it's time to work. Here we have the color box. You can modify the color that you want using the HSB protocol or the RGB protocol, or also you can use this uh, box or this circle to modify the color that you want. Okay, so when we talk about animation, it's important that we understand that we're gonna talk about the. So in that case, remember that the animation is just art. Yes, we have to draw. We have to have knowledge about the color, the proportions, some things about that. So I'm gonna teach you through the sessions, but it's important that you enjoy this space, because with this space you will develop all your skills about drawing or something like that, right? So we're gonna start with our background. Now it's time to do the background. So here we're gonna use the layers. The layers are the different spaces that can occur in an animation. We're gonna add another. So we're gonna put new bitmap layer, right? So, and we're gonna put background here in okay. We're gonna put it in okay. Nice. So once that we have this, we're gonna do a background. In my case, I want to do a background, maybe of this color. We can modify the color that we want. For example, here the saturation, I don't want saturation, too much saturation. You can modify the color that you want. For example, in my case, I want this color. I think that is interesting, this color. So we're customized shapes. In my case, like we can see, because um, the lines are the same color. So to watch, I'm gonna modify this, and we're gonna do in a different way. For example, another color, darkest color, maybe something like that. Yes, and once that we have the color, we're gonna modify. Yes, I'm gonna move with the hand again, and we're gonna do it. So here, for example, yes, you can see, you can do the lines, you can create the sensation that you want. If you want to create a sensation, you can do it. In my case, I'm going to do a customized mountain or something like that. You have to use your imagination to do it, right? So remember that is polyline. To fill the polyline, it's important that you close the polyline, because if you don't close, you can't paint properly the shape. Once that we have, you have to do double click, and with the double click, you will close the shape. Okay, so now if you want to fill this shape, you have to go to the bucket and do it, and here you have your background, right? So I'm going to do this background. You can modify the background you want through the frames if you want. Okay, so now the uppest layer that you can find here is the main layer, right? For that reason, we're gonna put the background here. But there are other things that we do here, we can watch here. For example, I'm gonna do something like that. I'm gonna do my animation using the name, my name. Yes, for example, I'm gonna put another color, no, something like that, this color, and nice. Here another color. I want another color, for example, here. And I'm gonna add the saturation. Yes, nice. I like this color now, so we can do it. Okay, remember, if you want to add frames, you can do it here. You can control the interval here. Okay, we're gonna do with our start frame. In the start frame, I want, for example, to do the age of my presentation, for example. Yes, and I want to continue. For example, I can go here and create, and go to keys, and we can create the other, and we're gonna create the other, right? I'm gonna say hi. Yes, and we're gonna create another frame. If you watch, we have here the animation, right? So I'm gonna create with other color. For example, I'm gonna use this color, and I'm gonna put a little bit more of brightness here, right? So I'm gonna put here, for example, the M in the next frame. Sorry, I'm gonna start the M like this. Yes, for example, M. Okay, and in the next frame, I want that appears the Y. Yes, and I'm gonna create the other, for example, M, and you can do with the other letters, right? Once that we have this, we're gonna work here, for example, hi my name. Yes. Okay, if you want to watch slower, you can decrease the amount of frames. And let's watch here. Hi my name. Yes. So now, so we can do with the other letters if you want. Okay, so for the assessment, you have to do this. You have to do hi my name is Allison. In your case, is your name, your age, and there you will have your file, your first animation, right? So here, for example, hi my name. Okay, and we can continue adding. Of course, we can continue adding. For example, I'm gonna do with other color. For example, with this green name, and something like that. Look at, and you can do your first animation. Yes, here I'm gonna put, and in the next I'm gonna complete the E. Yes, and let's watch the result. Hi my name. Yes, look at, here we have. So now we're gonna watch here the more details. The vector layer, if we change, we can watch the complete hi my name. Yes, and here you find, if you can do, you can watch faster, you can do it. And also we can run again. Okay, hi my name. Yes, also if you want to add sound, you can do it. You can add sound layer, for example, sound. And if you want to add, do it. Nice. Okay, so finally here we have our first animation. Remember, as I made something like that, I want that you do something like this, because I consider that can be funny to start. Next session, we're going to start to do characters and more things about how to use the onion skin to follow the movement sensation. Okay, thank you so much, and see you next session. Nice. So something that I forgot to tell you is that once that you finish your animation, what do I need? That you go to file, and once that you finish, you have to go to export. You have different options: movie, image, sequence, image, animated, GIF. So if you want, if you have a larger animation, is I suggest you that movie. But if you have something short, as our case, I prefer that you do animated GIF. Here you can find the file in which you will store this. In my case, for example, you can choose the folder that I want. In my case, I want this. I want this folder. You can use the folder you want. For example, I'm gonna put for my name or something like that. Yes, and once that you have this, you have to click in save. And here we can put the width and the height of our screen. In my case, I prefer to start here. In which range do you want to finish and start your frames? So you want the entire interval, you can do here. And if you want a loop that repeat one again and again, click in here. In my case, I want. So once that we have all the settings, we can click in OK, and let's watch and let's wait. Right. So we're gonna wait that the pencil to generates the GIF and finish. Open file location. In that case, if you want to watch, click in yes, and we're gonna watch in the place, we're gonna watch the place in which we have this. So if you want to watch, I need that this file you attach in your assignment. So if we open, we can find this. Wait a minute, look at. And I need that you attach the GIF, right? Okay, so now that's it.